How attractive are you? Validating your own attractiveness.
How do I know how attractive I am? It's the #1 question I get since starting the channel. I'm going to give you 2 rules to find out, but first let me explain. This is my how attractive diagram. It's new. I included a guy and a girl evaluating themselves and each other according to the standard female delusion chart. It's based
Damn, she harsh. Women harsh, huh? She looking at him and she thinks it's a 4?
On examples of relationships and the power dynamics that structure them, so you can get a sense of how people assess their own value and trade it with others. Basically, what is this person giving to their partner or target partner, and what are they getting in return?
I want the 9! I want the 9, Chad!
This is what I think we should all be shooting for, perfect 50-50, and also admitting that we are average. I included the attractiveness bell curve with the not people zone built in. That is why
I do not value my appearance, you know, in that way. Some people are like, oh my god, you're a VTuber for a reason. It's like, no, I just don't want to talk to people. I'm a freak.
Most guys don't get attention. That's why there's a second average here. That's Ryan Gosling. That's the average of the men that count as people. I included the ways that we evaluate each other. There are things that everyone likes or doesn't like. There are things that people usually like and don't like, and then
Yep, poor, rich, short, tall, yep.
There are personal preferences, and then a reminder of how to use them. And finally, a reminder that not everyone has the same opinion. I've gotten this from up here, and I have gotten this from down here. I depicted a variety of relationships. This is an Elon Musk, Andrew Tate.
Elon Musk knocked on my door, I'd be like, I'm good. No, thank you. Go somewhere else.
Power, and so he doesn't have to put in much effort. Here's an example from an old video.
Same with Andrew
She
Butt.
doesn't want none of that unless you're attractive. She says,
oh my god,
don't catcall me unless you're a 7, by which she means
true. If you get catcalled as a woman, if you're one of those like models, like 7 out of 10 plus, if you get catcalled by someone who's either at the same level or more attractive, that automatically means that they're more okay with doing it. She didn't happen in real time. Yep.
It's 9. This is a relationship I was in. That is a picture of me when I was good. I spent some time with somebody who I liked, but there was a large attractiveness difference, and so she tolerated a lot from me. Here again is what most people should be shooting for, on the same level, each putting in half. Here's another example from my TikTok. He was in a relationship with someone who wasn't putting in anything. As you can see, it does not matter how hard he works, she wasn't ever going to change. And
yep. That happens a lot, chat. It goes either way, man. Goes either way.
Finally, at the bottom, I have a reminder that it doesn't always have to be 50-50. As long as everyone is happy with the situation, somebody who is maybe of a little lower value can put in more, and someone else of a little higher value can put in less, and it can work out. You can do something like this if you're okay with it, and if you're not okay with doing something like this,
you are okay with it until it becomes too much, because this person who's on the upper will start pushing you to do more and more until you can't deal with it anymore. That's definitely a big factor, especially over time. They'll expect more of you as well.
Okay with doing something like this, then you have to just not do it anymore. So basically, this would be what someone perceives about their value, and then how much work they're willing to put in for what they perceive about their partner's value. Sometimes people will say something like, I know a guy who's a 2 who has a girl that's a 9, and that's not true. It's just that she perceives something in him that equalizes the value transfer.
Yeah, money. Money, usually. If you're a 2 on the attractiveness scale, if you have like 8 money, they'll put it up there. Yeah. Green card! I mean, some women do that, yeah, for sure. If it gets them out of a worser economic situation, it's definitely a big factor for some people. 100%.
So people don't have a value, they have a perceived value, and everyone perceives it differently, and how attractive you are is the average of how you are perceived. It's not all looks. I once said that I know where I am with women, but not with each woman. I've gotten, again, a variety of responses. And that can make it hard to tell where you are, and that's why you have to pay attention to feedback. When I started getting in shape, I noticed that more women would smile at me, and they would pretend to be helpless, so I would do things for them.
What the fuck? Really? Oh no! I can't open my pickle jar! Will someone please help me? Oh my gosh, you look so hot.
And then they would look at me on the street, and I never made it up here, but some people do. So I think I'm here right now because these things have slowed down for me. So I was here when I was young, and then I put in effort, and everything changed, and then, you know, time. Some women still like me a lot, but they have to get to know me first, which equalizes attraction. So that's feedback, for men anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some disagreeable traits. Chat, it's okay to have disagreeable traits. It's just what you can personally deal with in a person. It's okay to have unlikable traits. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's a 10 out of 10.
For women, it's different.
No, it's not. What do you mean? Some people just are a little bit lazy, and it's okay. Some people have a little bit pudge on their belly. Except being fat. That's not true. If someone has a lot of money, you can literally see that in lots of people who are celebrities. If you're a little bit chubby and you have a lot of money and influence, women will still find you attractive because you have a lot of power, and power is hot. Yeah. Napoleon was really, really short. He was a conqueror. He was a war chief, war general. It can even out.
But you have to pay attention to the feedback you get, and then look at what kind of person you're getting it from to know where you are. And yes, nothing is a kind of feedback, so if you're getting nothing, that is an answer.
He wasn't short. Napoleon was 5'6". You guys are actually like... I'm getting one guide by several people. I will explain it again. If you're below 6 foot, other men think you're short. I don't give a fuck if you think that's not short. I'm sorry, it's just objective how men think. And women, sorry. I don't think like that because my brother is 5'7", so I don't like look down on people that are short. By like men's standards and women's standards. I'm sorry! So, it's just life. Life. Yeah.
But there are things you can do about that. You can self-improve. And you can get to know people. A lot of guys just go after strange women forever, and they're like, why is it not working? It's because you're here when they don't know you, and you're here when they do know you. So once you get your feedback, identify who you're getting it from. When I got these looks on the street, they were from women in this range, which fits this model. And when I asked women for a number, they told me 8. It all kind of fit together. Let's talk about...
And then they get to know you that you paint Warhammer figurines. They're like, oh no, you're not well built together. You're such a nerd. My brother, by the way, my brother, 5'7", big guy, worked out a lot, had a pretty decent job, and there were still women who were really, really picky. I felt really bad for him because he would rant to me like pretty often about like dating and like online and also meeting people offline, as in like not using dating apps, and he would just constantly bitch about it. Constantly.
Why this is difficult. Talking about attraction is emotional. Some people just don't see the feedback, some people don't want to admit that they're average, and some people are just delusional. You can say you're a 10 until you believe it, but you cannot say you're a 10 until I believe it.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10.
A fat fucking 10.
Holy shit, man. No! Bro, if you're a 10, I'm a fucking 20. Good lord, woman. Gorlock the Destroyer, bro.
Scale of 1 to 10.
A fat fucking 10.
In the early days of my channel, a month ago, I gave a lot of women ratings. They got a lot of views, especially when I was mean. Women volunteered to be complimented and insulted.
It makes you look like a whore.
I got reported for gender-based violence and bullying, even though they volunteered. This guy thought,
yeah, that's dumb. If you say, hey, roast me, and then you get mad at people roasting you, did that Reddit that used to roast people get taken down for harassment, even though people literally wrote it? I remember that Reddit pretty well. Yeah.
10 was too high for a literal model. Here's what he looks like.
See, chat? This is what you should not do.
For a literal model. Here's
like, what objectively, she looks high. She is. She's attractive.
He looks like. So people see the world a little bit distorted. That's why I made this.
Ryan Gosling being attractive is Hollywood propaganda.
She then says that he's
Girl, you have a lot of plastic surgery. You have plastic surgery on your nose and lips, and you're saying that Ryan Gosling is not attractive? Look, I don't like celebrities and like going like, oh my god, they're so hot, and like, oh my gosh, they're just amazing. I love them so much. But like objectively, yes, they are.
She then says that he's average, by which she means this. I found a bunch of videos like this.
For every one decent looking man, there's like 50 hot girls. Like, it's ridiculous.
Are you on Tinder here?
No, there's not. Just from statistics alone. Statistically speaking, it's an even spread for attractive versus unattractive. It's just women are the pickers. Out of snoozes? Aw, dang it. Okay. Unfortunate.
It's disgusting.
I try to get around these distortions, but not everyone will. That's why you need this. Some people say attraction is subjective, but there are some things we all like or don't like. And
I'm gooning. This is my gooning face. Oh my god! Scandalous! I'm gooning.
or don't like, and some things we usually like or don't like, so it's only part subjective. And the way people perceive you is not all about looks, it's about many things, which is also sometimes very personal.
This is why I hate it when people say, oh my god, muscles on women are disgusting. It's like, I personally don't like muscles, but like other people do. It is a sign of attractiveness, but it's not something that I look for in a woman, for example. Yeah, there's like people who are like, oh my god, muscle mummies are gross. It's just so it's so manly. It's like, no, I wouldn't. I don't want that for myself, but some people do.
For example, you would not believe this, but some people do not want an angry mommy girlfriend.
When was that last time?
That's Alex Pierce. She's known for her angry ranting. Some people.
Yeah, she's dumb as fuck. I've seen her before.
People love it. She's very polarizing. That would be a personal preference in personality. Also, different people value different things.
Well, she's also putting on a show. She's clearly doing it for the money and all that.
Differently. I would rather have a 10 here and a 5 here than the other way around.
Ooh, true. Honestly? Yeah, I don't know. So for Kirsty, for example, she wants a himbo. She wants a dumb man himbo, so she wants a 10, but also a 5, as in, like, he's a big dum-dum. Yeah, honestly, you go, girl. Yeah.
So, judge by universal and usual preferences and not personal ones. Include everybody in the world in that age group. And include everything you know about them to get their total value. That's how to judge fairly, but not everyone will do that. So you have to remember how this works and then look for your feedback. Let's do guys first. I said I used to get looks from women on the street when I was up here. That's rule number 1 for guys. If you're getting attention from women who don't know you, you're doing good. That's why very few men get all the attention on dating apps, because very few men look good to women right away.
Yeah, first impressions is everything to women. It's kind of crazy.
Familiarity evens things out.
Like, men are the same way too, but they're less picky. Yeah. Yeah.
If you know her pretty well and it's not working, she probably sees you as down here. And you should either adjust your expectations or work on yourself. And you should work on yourself. I went from here to here and it changed everything. Guys down here tend to think that women are just difficult, but if you make it past this line, you get to be difficult and I...
But getting to an 8 is also really, really time consuming. It really is. My brother, when he was like at his fittest, he was going working out like twice a fucking day. Fucking working out. He was eating a lot. My mom would constantly cook for him because he was living with us. He was like 20 something, so that was pretty normal. He went to school. It consumes a lot of your time. Yeah, it's a full-time job. Yeah. Twice a day. Yup. Twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. I'm not even capping. It was crazy. Must be Jack. He used to be. Yeah, now he's a little bit less so because he's married, but like, yeah, he used to be. Used to be like a 7 or an 8 in my opinion. Yeah.
I recommend it. This is a real thing someone said to me. I was basically staying at her place, drinking all her wine, hitting on her friends, and she was like,
Oh my god! What a dig! Yeah, what a dickhead!
I can't get rid of you. It's a good thing you're so good. I don't actually recommend treating people this way. I'm just saying you can be valued.
Yeah, at least he's honest. I'll give him that. It definitely happens to women as well. The women that like are like, oh my god, I'm so hot, and like, I could just treat you like shit.
We'll show you how to work on yourself in a video called Self-Maximize coming up. Basically, do this first, find out who likes it, do this next, and try to end up here. Okay, now let's do women. Men have to know when they are here, and women have to know when they are here. I just told men that if you're getting attention from women that you don't know, then you're doing pretty well. Some women think this is true about them too. It is not. This girl is bragging that 108 people are interested in her. She probably thinks they all feel this way.
No, they just want to fuck you. What? You're a hole. Look, I'm gonna say it. I can say it, but like men look at women like they're a hole. Sorry. That's because it's the inverse the other way around, man. What? Not all the time. Guys, on a face value, okay, you see a woman walking down the street. You're like, damn, she's attractive. I could get my dick in her. And then she walks past and you forget about it. No, it's true. Yes, absolutely. Even guys with wives, they think like that for a second. They're like, damn, she's hot. I could pork her. And then they walk past and just instantly forget that it happened. It's normal. Stop question marking me. If you're question marking me, you're in fucking denial. I'm sorry. No. A lot of women are like that too. Women are a little bit more difficult. Women are emotionally, like, if a guy is like a Casanova, he's really hot, and he invests time into her, then, like, yeah, it's a little bit different. Women do think, like, oh, shit, he's kind of hot. They do, but with men, it's, like, instantly they stop thinking about women. As soon as they walk past them, they're like out of view. It's a thing. On the beach, you're sitting with your wife next to you, and a hot woman walks past, they're like, damn, that ass looks good. And then that woman walks past out of view, and they stop thinking about her. Yeah. I think that's unfortunate. It's a man thing. That's because you're biologically wired that way. That's why I hate it when women are like, oh my god, there's a woman that's like, my husband or my boyfriend looked at a really hot woman for like 2 seconds. It's like, oh my god. If he looked at her for 2 seconds, it's not like it's a crime. If he's like DMing her and like has a bunch of Instagram models on his Instagram that he follows and looks at him, that's when it's a problem. If you're just looking at a woman on the stream, it's not a fucking crime. Yeah, that's a crime. It's not, though. It's not.
They don't. A lot of men, including me, will give attention to women who we judge as being anywhere from here to here. If I think you're a 4, I probably wouldn't put you higher than here, but I might put you here. You have to know.
Whoa. Sweepers. Worst, I'll take less investment. Cabinet. Sleepers. I don't know where I'm gonna be in 3 weeks, you know? That's what I'm saying.
Here. You have to know who feels this way about you and who doesn't, and this is how you know. You can't listen to what they say. They'll say anything. You cannot pick who you like and make him keep you. We do not work that way. You have to find out who wants to keep you and pick your favorite one. If you start with this, then you're not filtering out the guys who will make you end up here. You're...
Yep, you gotta work for a bitch. You gotta work, bitch.
Level is the best guy who will commit, not the best one in your inbox.
Yeah.
A lot of women hate that advice. They say, I'm not going to settle for less, and that's okay as long as you realize that if you're aiming too high, you might end up alone or with a guy who's got 5 other girls. All I'm saying is you don't want to be her, and you cannot be her just by saying you are. Other people have to agree. That's why we used to
it's a pull and tug kind of situation. If you are an 8, you're gonna look down on everyone else.
Have marriage. It was proof of commitment and not just saying it. So you can tell who likes you by how much he's investing in you. That's time, money, energy, commitment.
Yeah.
How much does he want to have a public relationship? How much does he want to show you off? How fast...
That's also another thing. Side chicks, if they're hiding you constantly, it's absolutely a problem. And I'm saying this both ways, by the way. Especially with females. I remember there's like a bunch of TikToks that I watched about women complaining, be like, oh my god, I'm like a side hoe. And I'm like, yeah, because he won't show you to his family. Like, what are we doing in this society? Like, side hoes? Side chicks? Oh, was the other guy? Yes, it goes both ways, obviously. But, like, it's scary to think about that people are so unaware sometimes that you're a side guy or a side chick and you're just like, oh, what? I didn't even know. Oh, no, it's too late. Oh, damn, I invested all this time and I'm just a side guy or side chick? It's like, what? How do people have time for side chicks? I have no clue, genuinely.
Does he give up other women
no
for
idea.
you? If he's not giving you those things, he probably won't. So for men, you're looking at what kind of woman is giving you signs of attraction. Being nice is never going to change that. And for women, you're looking at what kind of man is giving you signs of commitment. And more attraction to him is never going to change that. I think we all know these things on some level, but we just don't want to be honest with ourselves. We don't want to admit where we are. But if you do, that's going to get you the best result. This is what most of us should be looking for.
I'm all for, like, having confidence and saying that you're, like, you know, instead of a 5, if you are in reality a 5 and you think you're a 6 or a 6.5, I don't think that's a crime. I think being average is okay. Being above average intelligence and being an average in looks is still better than being below average intelligence and being average in looks. You should try and better yourself even if you can't, like, afford to, like, go to the gym, because obviously it's expensive. You might need equipment, blah, 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 dieting, eating a lot of protein. It's a lot of money. But I think you should still better yourself, at least intelligence-wise, if you can try. Like, intelligence is also humor, knowing stuff, being good at making jokes, being socially attractive, yapping. I think that's a skill. I still think that's a skill. It doesn't mean that you're book smart either. Yeah, exactly. Someone said something. Hold on. Let me see. My wife is complimenting on my tastefully of checking out other women. As long as it's respectful and not going like, oh my god, I banged that chick. It's like, I think that's okay, in my opinion. Obviously, whatever is comfortable in your relationship, I can't judge on that. If it makes you uncomfortable, let them know that. But don't fucking expect people to read your mind either. Yeah, if you're uncomfortable with that, then okay, just sort it out. It depends on the person. I'm at 5, but my humor bumps me down to a 4. I don't believe that! Everyone on my chat is really funny.
Most of us should be looking for. So here's those 2 rules I promised you. Number 1, you know how much someone likes you from the energy you get minus the energy you give. Don't expect that to change. And number 2, you know how attractive you are by looking at what kind of person gives you about the same as what they take. So don't give people energy that they don't give back, and then pick from whoever is left.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, there's about 1 million ways to support me on my Linktree.
Oh, he's
and
life coaching. That's cute.
And stuff. Here's some of it.
I don't want to get copyrighted. That was good. Hummus. Probably have to rebrand at some point. Did he rebrand? No, he did not. It's been a year. That was good. No, it's okay to gas yourself up a little bit, but don't fucking call yourself a 10 when you're like a 5 overall. Yeah. That was smart. That was smart. And I actually really like his honesty in saying that he used to be, I don't know if he still is. I mean, obviously, like I follow this guy, but I don't know what he looks like. He just kind of yaps over drawings, but he did say he used to be an 8, and then he had a woman that he was with that he just didn't give enough to. He was basically kind of using her. And I think that being honest with yourself in this regard and reflecting on it is based. It's very based. I called myself a 5 and my sister-in-law laughed in my face. Well, maybe she's a bitch. I wouldn't do that. That's mean. Jokingly, maybe, but like... if she's a bitch, then she's a bitch.